Being in the water to me is like I become invisible. Everybody's just a head in water. No one can see what's going underneath. Therefore, I just feel like everybody else. There's no judgment.
I just try and focus and just try and beat my disability as much as I can.
We've worked so hard, it's been up and down. Probably put a bit of pressure on myself.
Terita Isaac is one of 2 Indigenous athletes competing in the Rio Paralympics this year.
I have 2 disabilities. One's I'm legally blind. If you were to stick a glass Coke bottle in front of your eye, just imagine that 10 times worse. And I can only see 6 metres in front. The other one is cerebral palsy, which is mild and it affects my right-hand side. My name's Terita Isaac. I'm a Paralympian. I'm 21 years old. I represented Australia at the 2012 Paralympic Games.
Look at her soaking in this atmosphere.
Amanda Reid is also heading to the Paralympics for the 2nd time, but this year she's swapping swimming for cycling.
My cerebral palsy affects my muscles, so they have like tremors and little spasms and everything, which is hard when you're riding a bike because you'll be riding next to it, you have this like spasm like that and you'll go up the track. With the intellectual disability, it's hard because you've got to try and understand race plans. I just don't understand the stuff, so it's got to be broken down a lot more. My name is Amanda Reid. I'm 19 years old and I'm a proud Indigenous sports person. You definitely think about your mob back home when you compete, to make them proud of your Indigenous heritage as well.
Terita and Amanda hope to emulate the success of the first Indigenous Australian woman to ever compete in the Paralympics.
My name is Tracy Barrell. My heritage is Bangdara mob from Goulburn, and I went to the Paralympics in Barcelona in 1992. I was born with the one arm and no legs. My mum took medication called Debendox, so that was the morning sickness tablet back in the 70s. That was in turn changing the fetus's genetics. So they were getting feet where hands were and things like that. I've adapted my life to the skateboard. I've been riding a skateboard since I was 12 months old because it's just so much more adaptable. I can put it under my arm, waddle up the stairs. Being told about the Paralympics, I hadn't even heard about it back in '89. I didn't know what it was, and they were telling me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a go at that. Going over there, but representing Australia and, you know, being the top of my category was just, it was amazing. I can still remember it, and being up on the podium, hearing the national anthem and everyone standing up for me and the other 2, yeah, it was really good, and I still get goosebumps about it.
And swimming second will be Tracy Barrell, and this will be a most unexpected goal for Australia, but they're going to take the gold, and the Swedes pick up the silver, the French the bronze.
When I went to the Paralympics, I didn't see people as being disabled. We were athletes. We were people that had really gone out of our way, and we'd trained, and we were very focused and doing what we want to do and not proving it to anyone else but ourselves.
Now, 24 years after Tracy's victory, Terita is working hard to achieve similar success.
Set the blocks up, just focus on not coming out and overstepping too far, and make sure you push back at the track.
Yeah.
As soon as she found athletics, it gave her an avenue to succeed. It's been a real struggle for her. When she was picked up for the London Paralympics, she had 11 stress fractures in her leg, so she would be one of the most determined athletes I've ever met.
How many people can say that they're an Indigenous athlete, but also in the Olympics too?
I have tried heaps of sport as physical therapy for my cerebral palsy. When I started cycling, I love the track, I love the need for speed. It makes you feel free when you're on the bike, it does, definitely. You sort of forget about your disabilities. First day I got on my track bike, I crashed on one of the corners. I got back on my bike because I knew how much I wanted to win, the competitive side of me. And I knew that I wasn't going to let my disability get in the way of me either.
There's no silver spoon in Amanda's mouth. She's been able to pull herself up and have a good life and work hard, and she's not frightened to asking for help. She wants to give back to the community. The Aboriginality for her is something she's very proud of, and I'd be disappointed in her if she was any other way. Yeah.
For Tracy, revealing her Indigenous identity was one of her biggest challenges. She hid her Aboriginal heritage from the team when she competed in Barcelona.
What I would say to the 2 girls that are going this year and, fly the Aboriginal flag, be proud of who you are, be true to yourself. It doesn't matter what times you do. I'm getting all emotional.
It would be a lot better if there was more Indigenous people in the Paralympic movement.
When I went to school, actually, my best friend was Aboriginal as well. And she was quite dark-skinned and she always got picked on, so I was kind of like, I'm not gonna, it wasn't until I got older and I was like, oh, this is, it's okay to be, to say that you're Aboriginal.
When I go to Rio, I'd like to win a gold medal and hopefully break the world record. That would be nice. But getting on the medal podium is the ultimate goal.
It doesn't always come down to times and medals. It's about your experience and the stories that you come back with, and take a bit of your family over in your soul. Have fun.